or what is your like?
No, I'm not going to
Yeah.
perform.
So you're just working on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
Okay.
So we can really dig
Yeah.
in.
Yes.
Excellent. Because I think if you were to perform, I wouldn't want to
No, I'm not.
fool around with it. But okay. But and also before you play, do you have any particular like issues or questions that or you just want to play and see how it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can play first.
Fine.
Okay.
Sure. Do you need the music?
No, you can.
Okay. So let me just I'll hear it from there. But okay, hold on 1 second.
Oh,
Is there a bit? It always has collection of friends. Okay, fantastic. Okay. that I think you played the best part, your, my favorite part in your performance was this. This you played very beautifully. My thinking is that if you play so beautifully, perhaps you could think how to differentiate this episode from the rest of it, because to me all of it was played in the fashion of this. Do you see what I'm saying? Or not quite?
Like very distinct.
Well, this you played in a very beautiful and kind of lyrical, and of course, don't get me wrong, it's all very beautiful. It should be, but I think in this piece, it's very important to distinguish between different parts. Like, for example, you know, the beginning is one thing, then this is something else. Then, you know, it develops. It develops here. There's some drama actually going on, right? Then it comes back, and it's like it's almost small recapitulation. It's not really, but here. So it gets on a different level. It's the same material, but much more elevated, much more excited, and yeah. Then we have the middle section, which is it should sound a little bit different. It's to me it's more maybe problematic. There's more tension. There's more depth. I mean, we can talk about it. That doesn't matter. But we should find out how it should be played. Yeah. And tell me if you disagree with me. Yeah. Then of course it's also develops. It has its own kind of little climax here. Yeah. And then we have this episode here that of course later will be also another climax. And really we have to distinguish this from what was before and also what comes after. Then we have this, also very particular, very I would say unusual kind of music here because of the of the harmonic structure here, which is very unstable and kind of undecided, so to speak. Yeah, and also with this pom 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 pom, it's like a heartbeat, like it's also very troublesome. I think. Then suddenly it all gets dissolved, and we get to this oasis of beauty and I don't know, just I don't have words to describe it. Yeah, but I think you know what it is. Yeah, and you do it very beautifully. But I just think that it will be even more beautiful if the rest of it, what comes before, what comes after, is different. Yeah. Then, of course, we have this recap, and with this amazing, just unbelievable climax here. I think actually that this forte should be taken with a grain of salt. In other words, I don't think it's. I mean, maybe you should start as a forte, but then you should a little bit come back. So then this climax become even more dramatic, even more extreme, even more climactic, so to speak. So then, of course, all of this is also so rich harmonically, yeah, and it's almost too rich. It's like all of those harmonies, they're just so amazing, and you hear one amazing thing and then next amazing thing, and it just becomes almost, like in a later romantic music, like in Wagner or in Richard Strauss, when it gets so overwhelming because it's so rich, it's so splendid, it's just so mind-boggling. Yeah. Then we have, this is also I even feel that because of the harmonies here and those interjections of minors here, there's also a sense of almost like a regret. Yeah, with all those exchanges of the phrases, yeah, all of this, yeah. Then this. This has to be amazing. And what I mean by amazing, I repeat the word amazing, I can't find a better word. This cannot be just, you know, this Barcarolle cannot sound like a regular nocturne. It has to be something more. Even some of Chopin nocturnes shouldn't sound like nocturnes, but especially later ones. And if you consider this is Opus 60, it's really late Chopin.
Yeah.
It's not same as, let's say, which is also a lovely piece. But I think this goes beyond lovely. It's not just lovely. Of course, it is also lovely, but there's more. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. And then the end, of course, is, well, anyway. So let's just go to the beginning and let's find out what we can do. You know, you play this very beautifully. I think you can even have more bass here, and especially this, because we from the very beginning we have to establish this big, huge space, and we have to feel that the distance between this and this, it's really huge, right? It's almost like you know, it's like opening of the world, the opening of your eyes, or another analogy I can give you, and it's not mine. I think do you know this Russian teacher Neuhaus or Neuhaus?
Yeah.
He compared this beginning to, you know, of course, don't have to tell you about what Barcarolle is. You know, it's a boat and there's a sound. Yeah. So it's like when you get on the boat. Have you ever been on the boat?
I've been on a cruise.
Yeah. Well, it's not the same. Cruise is not the same, but it's just a boat. When you step on the boat, and let's say it's parked next to the shore, right? Then you have to, sometimes you have to push from the shore to get the boat moving. So he compared it almost like you push it, and then the boat starts moving. So for this you need this bam bam. Yeah, can you try it? Okay. No, it's not too much. It's not too much, but you play it really down like this, and you stay here. We have to make it sound that will want to continue to this, and sound that will want to go to this. Can I just try? So it's. So you see, I'm almost, if I were to analyze what exactly is different. So you do this, you go down and you stay. I almost played as if I were playing staccato. Of course it's not this, but I feel the bounce, even though it's not, of course, the bounce like this is different. But this is also, I go down, and immediately when I reach the bottom of the key, I feel that it takes me here. Like it's almost like I feel from here, as if I had to jump from here to here. So it's and yeah, try it. Better, much better. Now, can you really voice it with, ignore your thumb. Just do the bass. Yes, much better. Yeah, and go there. Yes, and you can stay here a little bit longer. Yes, exactly. You have to really enjoy this fantastic dissonance. This is so fantastic. So, really, this is a very long note. Then he writes forte, then he writes this. I think you should take this as a license to stay there, because otherwise, how would you make him? There's no other way to do it. This is what it means to me when he writes like this, yeah? Because it takes time for the sound to little bit to fade.
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's okay. I'm just trying to think what is not okay. Perhaps all of what comes after this whole phrase should be a byproduct of this chord. I don't think I don't think it makes sense to really pa 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 ra, pa, to spell it out like this. Do you see what I'm saying? So really listen to this chord, and the rest of it should kind of play it as if. Do you see what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, it's like coming from
Yeah. It's coming from this. So it's not maybe so heavy. It's not so articulated like this. Of course, we have to hear it absolutely, but we have to hear it as a consequence of this. Yeah. Try it. Yes. Okay. Yes. Like this. But we have to hear the top line. So keep the left hand like this. I think it's very good. But still give it a little bit more, just tiny bit more definition on the top. Yeah. Excellent, very good. Now, can you even make it more dominant at the end? And also, let's think about the timing also. I think you can. It's a bit risky, and I don't want to make it too artificial too. But I just want to give you this thought to ponder upon in your free time. So, if you were to conduct this, you would have to really think how you organize the rubato here. So, okay, so you stay here, then you're coming out of it a bit on the slower side, like slightly hesitating. Then you want to move it little bit ahead, and then again at the very end, again hesitated as if it's a little bit suspended in the air. So that's the idea. Let's see if what. Yeah. Yes, something like this. Something like this. I mean, you have to make it your own. I don't want to, but just think about it. Now, the next thing that which you are already doing, but I just want to make sure that it's conscious choice, and we have to the pedaling. Yeah, the pedaling. It's always a bit of a challenge here, and I don't think that there is one formula that would fix it for forever for you. But because of course it depends on the piano, it depends on the acoustics, whatever. But just something to keep in mind, that it has to feel as if this C sharp is lives as long as it lives to the end. So you have to pedal in such a way that we still remember that the first C sharp, that it's still there somewhere. Yeah. Can we just try it again? Something like this. But yeah, perhaps it's a bit too much. I mean, you have to kind of negotiate it. It's a tricky thing. I think that, of course, it's not just the pedal, it's also a balance. So if you decide, I mean, you don't have to do it, but if you decide to kind of experiment with the pedal a little bit and have it a little bit on the longer side, then you really have to be very careful about the balance here and not having too much of the inside, to have very clear top voice, and also keep all this in your ear, keep all those C sharps to a certain degree. So they are kind of like almost like an overtones of this. So it's always there. Yeah, do it once more and then we'll continue. Very good. Okay. Yes. Okay. And I would, I even put, it's not a little bit fermata, but I think this the suspension here it's so special. When he doesn't directly, when he doesn't resolve the dissonance here, yeah, da, da, da. And I think we have to be left a little bit in wondering what's going to happen next. Yeah. So when this comes, it's such a relief and it's such a, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. But you have to set it up. You can't just take it for granted, because if you come too soon, we don't have enough time even to experience that suspension. Yeah. So again, it's about conducting. You have to conduct yourself. Yeah, perhaps maybe it was even too long, but it's okay. I think actually in a big hall it would work. Okay. It also depending on the space. Mm-hmm. In this room maybe it was too long, but in a big hall, you should always judge this by just how it sounds. You have to trust your ears, and if your ears tell you, okay, I want to listen to it a little bit more, listen to it. And everybody, all the people will listen it with you. That's a very interesting phenomenon, actually. Yeah. Okay. So So when you come here, the first F sharp, I think, can be also a tiny bit more. Just to give us a bit of a sense that we're home. We're everything is good. It's yeah. Okay, all right, but just once. I don't think you have to do it every time. Yeah. So it's and also not too much. I don't think it has to be in our faces. It's just a realization that we are in F sharp major. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The other thing here is, I think, because we have those two bars with basically just this. There is nothing else happening. It shouldn't. We cannot afford it for it to sound superfluous. Like it's okay. We cannot wait to get to here and let's just get over with. I think also when you begin this, we don't actually know, is this a melody or is this an accompaniment? I think you have to fool us. You have to let us believe that this is actually a melody. That this is going to be a barcarolle, not this. And later, oh wait a second, there's another barcarolle coming into the picture. So it has to be at least the first, first maybe half a bar should be more distinct somehow. So it has to be more melodic. Make it almost as you are singing it actually, as if this is the barcarolle. Can you try it? Yes. What I even do sometimes, and maybe it's not legal, I don't know, but I think when you started, you started with a little bit less pad, which you do too, but I would even not pedal here. Maybe. Then the melody becomes an accompaniment. It's very actually special here, yeah? Or you know, it starts in the forefront and then the camera moves away from it, you know, like in the movies sometimes, and then it becomes a little bit even blurred and somewhere in the background, yeah? Good. No, this is beautiful. Can you listen a little bit to the sort of when it gets up? Speak more here. Yes, yes. And yeah, go. Don't slow down too much here. I think this, when the melody comes, it's almost like the boat is already moving, yeah? It started moving, and then, so the boat shouldn't slow down when the singer, you know? Yeah. Okay, yeah. The danger here is this. So that you know, the paradox is that it has to speak, it has to be expressive, but also it has to be light. It's not. Yes, like Mozart. Yes. Continue. And yes. Excellent. Every time when you have this, then you have this. It has to feel as if it's longer than it is. The first low note has to really steal the time from what comes after. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So the phrase is really, it begins like this and then it falls down. So this is a phrase, yeah? So don't slow down here and maybe not as heavy. So you can start bigger, as if in full voice, and then another yeah. It's like a singer, you know, when you first you have a lot of air in your lungs, so you can but then the air is getting a little bit less, so you can't quite enunciate the same way. You see? How about a fuller sound? Yes. Excellent, very good. So when you have make it also like a hidden counterpoint. It's not it's you see. So these guys are a little bit less. Yes, precisely. Excellent. Now, can you let us hear that? I mean, absolutely. Of course, this is a full chord, and we have to get a top voice, but we also have to hear this. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So now, the downbeat should actually feel up, and the second beat should feel a little bit down. It's pam, pa, like this, yeah. Okay. No, that's okay. So like you have wings. It's like also, you know, every time when you have a grace note, the grace note has to speak, but it really has to. We have to feel that it belongs to the main note. It's not that feels a little bit heavy. It has to feel very light. When you get on top, then yeah. Yes, yes, precisely. And here's the counterpoint. You know, the melodies of it's and also all those intervals, thirds, this fantastic chromatic. I mean, you play it well. It just needs even more definition. It's like every interval has to feel as if you know, when the singers when they sing, it's as if on every note there's a word, there's a syllable. So every note has a certain significance, certain meaning. It's not just something. It's really singing. Not singing like on you know, the other day. Well, we won't say, but really singing. Yeah. Okay. A little bit more. Yeah. Yes. Yes, precisely. Very beautiful, and I like very much that you don't do crescendo here. I also like here actually. Well, you know, one can do of course crescendo, but the main point is really to feel the shift from F sharp to. So I think you need a little bit more of this, just to make sure that we really get it, that we get from the F sharp major to D sharp minor. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And to me, there's a feeling of regret here, feeling of maybe slight disappointment or something. Yeah. Yeah, but with the top note. Still, yes, yeah. Not quite. Do it again. Okay. Okay, but how about listen to where is it? Yeah, to this. So it's so we hear okay. So you have to be a little bit more careful with this. That cannot be louder than this. Yeah. Okay. Can you try it? Something like this, yeah. Yes. And now the 6. Very Brahmsian, the 6. Yes. Of course, I didn't know that it was Brahmsian. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I would actually even, it's for the first time, you know, so it's also so genius. Here we have thirds. The third notes are very close to each other, yes? Now it's the sound of it is different. I don't know what is different, but our ear has to really notice it, that now there's a little bit spaced. Yeah? Yeah, huh? Yeah, precisely. Yes, yeah, okay, now let's really take care of this shift. So here we were a little bit getting, you know, and I like very much, you know, in this register, I always think that it always sounds like a mezzo-soprano, and you know, what is, for me, I don't know, for me maybe it's something else, what for you is the quintessential mezzo-soprano role in the repertoire? What do you think? Yeah, to me, I always think for some reason of Carmen. When it's of course it has nothing to do with Carmen, but it's just this darkish kind of sonority of this. It really mezzo, very thick, very yeah. Anyway, yeah. So then and then I wouldn't do too much crescendo here because then you have it here. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. But continue to have a counterpoint. So. The thing is that this has to be very light, almost, you know, Mozartian. But this has to continue. And then somebody already, or did I do this? I don't know.
I think
Somebody did. But I totally agree. We have to hear those two voices. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Now, so he writes this crescendo, and then he writes this, and then also crescendo. So I think you have to kind of navigate that crescendo. You have to decide, because within that crescendo there are small diminuendos and small crescendi. I think the long crescendo, it's like a long-term goal. But you have also small-term goals, like what you know what you're gonna be doing in the 20 years, but also to get there, you have to do something today and tomorrow. So. I think, and to me, when you just have to kind of follow the melodic line, this is coming down a little bit, and then it is going up again. Don't slow down too much here, because I think you can take time on the second beat when you get tam pa, and then yes, precisely. And this is just like an echo. It's like almost like an aftermath. You know, this should almost feel as if it's like it's played by itself. I don't invest too much in it. It's like you already invested heavily here, tam, and then it's like you're letting it go, tam, pa, 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 pa. And then again, pa, pa, pa. It's like just another wave that comes. You know when you stay on the coast, on the shore, and this small wave is just coming and just meeting your feet, but you're doing nothing. You're just enjoying it. The wave comes and then it goes. Comes and goes. Yeah. Okay. You're absolutely right. You have to do something here, but. If you want to take time, but don't take time between the grace note and the main note. Do it before. Preserve this, because to me, all of those grace notes in this piece, I always think that. Do you know? Have you ever heard seagulls? Yeah. And you heard the sound that they made. I can't imitate it, but Chopin did it exactly in those. It's not even chirping, but it's some kind of It's totally seagulls here, I think. So to make it sound like seagulls, you have to preserve the rhythmic integrity. It's always and okay, slower. And maybe less, but same. Yeah, like this. Yeah. Yes, exactly. And you can even voice it a tiny bit more with the E, maybe. Yeah, maybe. But and I like very much that you're doing it here. In fact, I think you can even do it a little bit more. Yeah. No. And then drop. Yeah. I think then you can really drop here. Then it's very startling. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. And then here you have to comfort us, because this is a little bit. Of course, it's not hugely disturbing, but it is a little bit. It's puzzling. It's like, what is going on? Here you have to tell us, no, don't worry, it's gonna be okay. Yeah. So it has to speak. This is not you. These are seagulls. Now it's your voice here. And now, can you really enjoy this? This is a long interval, long distance. Yeah. But can you come down as if there's the tam pa pa, and then again crescendo. Okay. To me, there has to be more something, and not necessarily more sound, but maybe even a little bit more distinct left hand here to really indicate the change of the harmony and moving into all those unknown sort of territories, so to speak. And the trill has to really be more meaningful. So you know, of course, you have to play the double trill, but I don't think we have to feel every note distinctly. You can, in fact I think you can start it maybe clear, and then you can blur it a little bit. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Here, Instead of I would do the opposite. Yes, it's nice. Yes. Okay. And this we need to hear E natural because otherwise we just. But it's. I would again not loud. Just put your ear on it. Yeah. Yes. It's again. It's like when you see a film or you read a book, in the story there are always those turning points when you know something is about to happen. This is your turning point, yeah? Yes. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so every time bass, down, and then the G sharp. Yes, precisely. Okay.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yes.
So should I play these Christmas like faster or like more?
Not too fast because you don't want it to sound kind of jammed, but also not too slow. I know it's not very helpful, but they have to feel as if they belong to the main note. That's all I can tell you. So the way I think of this is like this. Instead of then it feels kind of like I'm too fat. Yeah. So but also I hate when people do this either. So it's somehow it's just. And also, keep in mind that, yes, of course he writes sempre crescendo, but sempre crescendo means that it has to get there. It's not there yet. You're playing as if you already arrived there. No, you haven't arrived. Okay? And so each harmony is shifting. It's a step. It's a step up. You are getting there, but so but we have to also realize every step. Can you make this inner voice a little bit more crying, more pleading? This is so beautiful. Just let us hear it. Yes. Yeah. Maybe not so pompous. The pomposity will happen here. I think this is a little bit. It's just an idea. It's just a promise of the happiness. It's not the real happiness. The real happiness will happen here. This is just saying that yes, it will happen. Yeah. Yeah. Can you give us a bass? Very beautiful, exactly. I always think that when it's like the drops of water from when you are on the boat actually, and even though you were you didn't see it on your cruise probably. No. But if you can imagine how you call this thing that you
The oars.
The oar.
The oar.
Oh, exactly. And so when they up and the water is dropping from them and yeah, so pam pam pam. Yes, exactly. And I would even make it the timing of it should feel as if it's a little bit rushing in the beginning and then a little bit slowing down at the end. If you can do it naturally, I mean, not manufactured. Yeah. Okay. The other thing is this: that this all those chords. I think when you start, it's this, and then I would even play slightly not together here, just slightly. Then it really sounds like drops of water because they're not together, the drops, you know. Yes, a little bit, yes. Yeah, and even softer the last chord. Can you do it again? This is very special. Yes. Yeah. If you can even make it, if you take a chance, I know because of course you have to sound still, but if you can make the last chord really, really soft, as if, you know, you don't have to project it. We have to almost assume that, oh, she played it. I'm not sure if she did it, but perhaps she did. This kind of feeling like, it's, and it takes your breath away, you know? Yes, it's fine. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. Yeah. And then I think you have to let us also a little bit be suspended. Yeah. And then the dominant has to come to tonic. It should not be ta pa. It's really ta ya. The resolution has to be very clear. Yeah. Do it again. The first. Okay. Just. To me, it's a little bit too separate. It's really. Yes. Yes. Not too slow. Very good. Very good. I would even make it more distinct. The conversation between those seagulls. This is saying ta and this is saying ta. Very, very, very cute. Yeah, I don't hear this.
The first one.
Yeah, especially the first one. Then you can fade. But first one we need to hear. Yes. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Take time, but take time before. Yeah. Then we do it again. Exactly. And you know, to make it even more natural, you can slow down these two guys. So you can set this up. So it's da 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 bum bum da da.
Yeah.
Okay, what is this? Yeah. Do it. Yeah. I would take advantage of this. This is such a, I can't find words, special, but I mean everything is special. Okay, but what is so special about this? There's no accompaniment,
Yeah.
there's nothing, it's just that line. I think, don't try to hide the bareness of it. It should sound very bare, very unsupported. It's like, the message here, you know, when we have a melody that is not supported by accompaniment, the meaning of it is aloneness of it. That should sound very lonely. But if you play with too much pedal, or if you compromise the message here. You dilute it. You don't want to dilute it. You want to really make us to experience this startling, maybe even somewhat empty feeling of this one single line, and because nothing else. It's just this, and it's a bit even chilling in a sense. Yeah. After all this warmth and beauty, suddenly it's just this. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. So when you start, So when you come out of this F sharp minor, give it a little bit more sound here, just to hear the darkness of it. And here maybe a bit of a pedal is maybe okay. But and you can overlap a little bit. You can hold a little bit the notes. And then and here so you arrived here, but this arrival is also a beginning. So yes, you can have a bit of a longer downbeat, but don't make it a stop. So and we continue to sail. Yeah, we continue to sail, but we went to the open sea. You know, we were here. We were in the channels of Venice, and you know, surrounded by. And now we realize, wait a second, there's an open space here, and it's a little bit not scary, but a little bit something is happening here. Yeah, we are in open sea. The water is deep. I look there. I cannot see the the bottom. So and maybe I also feel that somewhere else storm is coming, or something, or maybe it's storming inside of my heart. I don't know. This kind of thing, yeah. Don't even voice it with top voice. Really, let us hear this and this. So the sound is not open. It's dark and it's a little bit like this, yeah. Yeah, so drive us towards this C sharp, and then when you get there, do this. Yeah. Yeah, okay, it's okay. Yeah, this is really just a splash of water. I think that it has to be an effect. This is also very melodic. This is just that doesn't have to be kata 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 kata. You know, it's just water. Yeah. Now, this has to, when you come back to this, it should sound as if you didn't even stop playing it. So don't bring our attention ta pa pa. It's a little bit strange when you take it up, the ta pa pa pa. It's as if it were already there and you were just Yes, exactly. And now. Okay. I just love this change here. So then. Don't forget, it's a duo. You know, there are actually two people singing, and we still have these two people. Yeah. Yes, but also bass. Also bass is important because then we know where we are. You know, yeah. Yes. Okay. And now, of course, this. Yeah. Don't neglect this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, maybe it's too much. Just notice it. That's all. Just listen. Yes. Okay. So when we have this repeated phrase, I think you have to make a choice whether to make, when you repeat it, whether to make it like an echo, or you want it more insistent, or I think in this particular case you want it more insistent. So it's and again something Spanish. I always feel and something. The feeling something is brewing inside, something is cooking there, and something not necessarily good. Yeah. Can we hear this? I think. Again, the beautiful six. Yeah? Okay. Within the reason. Okay. Yeah. I don't think you need to change the pedal here. You can actually keep it here. Yes. That's it. Okay. I think you have to open up here and immediately come down, because even though it's forte, but here is this. So what are you gonna do? You have to make this sparkling, splashing ta-dam, and then when the trill comes, ti. I think on the trill you have to make crescendo. Okay. Yeah, very good. So here, not every note is equal. It's dum, pa pum, pa pum, pa pum. I think you should keep in mind the rhythmic design here. Ta-ram, 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 instead of da 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 da. So it's get us there, get us to the top, get us to the C sharp. Yes, good. You missed this. Yeah. So wait for the. Again, just listen, that's all. just getting to this beat, yeah? Very thick, very dark, you know. This kind of actually it's almost saying very disturbing, yeah. Yeah, okay. But this is not the same. This is just it's like this motor running in that boat.
Yeah.
There are no motors, of course. But it's something that keeps you moving, yeah. But it doesn't have to be on the forefront. We know it's moving somehow, yeah. Yes. Yes. Here maybe more ta pam pa pam because it's going to the higher register and then he has chords there, yeah. Don't change the pattern. Make us believe that this D ta 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 that it almost overrides this, yeah. Okay, yes, yeah. And then take a bit of time here. Just can I just maybe this is a little bit softer. And then yeah. Yes. So when you get to very beautiful, I think every chord is so gorgeous. Do you know some Italian like Santa Lucia, you know? Or you know, also I always think, you know, Brahms Paganini. You play Brahms Paganini? You know. Same key actually. Very, I don't know, Italian. This is very Italian. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very beautiful. So the idea of rubato here should be always extending the long notes and going to the long notes and then dissolving long notes. I think then it feels very organic. It's like, because I think it has to be a bit of rubato, but not just random rubato. Yeah. Exactly. So stay down. And then compress a little bit. Yeah, and really, all of this has to feel just like, I don't know, breath of fresh air. It's just after all this problems, this is just like, but there's still sun, there's still water, there's still, you know, it's. So all of those intervals have to somehow Yeah, inner notes. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yes, much better. Yes. Now it sounds like a Napolitan song. Okay. And that, but especially, especially it's important when the top voice, let's say you have a repeated note in top voice, and the inner voice changes. Then it makes even more important to really hear the change in the inner voice. Exactly. Here, inner voice much more important. Yes, exactly. So it's always, it's always reminding yourself, but it's not serious. It's you start to get a little bit, like in those Italian songs, you start to get a little bit emotional, and then but it's still good. It's not like in Russian music, let's say, or Yes, you did, but do it again. I just want to enjoy it again. Yes. Okay. And this should be really, really. So every. It's like the dream has evaporated. Yes. Yes. Are you sure that you're playing it long enough? Actually, it's a full bar, so and even longer. I really, this trill again should be a little bit puzzling. It's like because we're not sure where is it getting us, and there's also no accompaniment, nothing. So exploit it, really present it to us. So maybe, actually yes, he does very diminuendo here. So in fact, you can start it as a maybe even crescendo, but then like it's almost like you have one intention. You want maybe and then at the last moment you realize, wait a second, where am I? Like I'm not in that dream anymore. This is the reality is something else. It's different. Yeah. So I would totally really be with that. Yeah, and not too much better. I think that should be a little bit drier and more almost like really like a heartbeat. Quiet. Okay, and the line is very, very expressive, but also not knowing where it's going, because the harmonies here are so there's no resolution here, yeah? So every time, and it's almost like, you know what this music? It's a Wagner Tristan and Isolde, the introduction. And what's so particular about that is that the Wagner was, well, Chopin was also doing this, but the Wagner was really liberating the dissonance. That in the music before that, it would be, but Wagner would leave it untouched. Then he would go to the next dissonance. So the message here, the atmosphere is of uncertainty and of maybe a puzzle or problem or inability to come up with any kind of resolution to any kind of solution. You know, it's so this is this. What is this? There is no tonic. What key are we even? We don't even know. Can you imagine? And Chopin wrote it in the 1840s, I think, right? So it's I think in those days it would sound even more troublesome. But we should make it sound troublesome even now when we inundate it and with all kinds of dissonances and all kinds of noise. But in the meaning of it, yeah, okay. I'm gonna check some notes. Let's just. Okay. Yes. Yes, it stays here. Okay, Now, can you just let us hear a little bit of this? Or only here, just a bit. Yes. Now there is some hint of a resolution. So you're absolutely right. Here the pedal could be a little bit longer. So it sounds as if it's getting a little bit warmer. This is a little bit chilling. Now maybe it's getting warmer, maybe, but we're not sure. And the warmth comes from the pedal. Okay. Okay. And can you also give us a hint of this imitation? So almost as if your heartbeat responds to your pleading. You plead, and then again, it's just a matter of hearing. Don't do anything. Just listen. Clear the pedal. Okay. Now, this is really like the most amazing harmonically speaking. So every time now this changes to this. You know, the top voice stays the same. The harmony is changing. Then it becomes this. Then it becomes this. The transformation is really unbelievable. It's like, it's almost like, I don't know what to compare it to. You know, sometimes they make films when you see the not how do you call it? It's not the flower, but what is before the flower?
The bud.
The bud, exactly. And then they do it now with modern technology. Then you see how it's opening, and the button was very, nothing special. And then you see this beautiful flower, and it's happening in front of your eyes. So those moments of transformation in music are so important, and they're so revealing and so fascinating. Yeah. It's changing. Okay, I didn't hear tone, so. Okay, less is okay, but let us hear the change. Yes. Oh no. Yeah, I would. You see here for the first time, he writes the pause here. Of course, it doesn't mean that you have to cut the pedal, but at least get up a little bit. Yeah, there is still a hint of a breath. I would even maybe, I think how to do. I would lift the pedal here, so there's at least a suggestion of a breath. You know, it's not a cut, but it's just a breath. Yes, I think I like it. Yes. And you know why it's especially important, because. Don't forget, of course we don't know those listeners, but you do. This is coming, and this is gonna be just a pedal heaven. So don't give us too much pedal here, so we can really feel the pedal heaven here. Okay, can you sing a little bit more on top here? Now a little bit more left hand. Yes. Yeah, just a bit. Maybe it's a bit too much, but just why? Because here, again, it's the same, but the harmony is different. Here it's, now it's, wow. I mean, this is stunning. So it has to sound stunning. Yeah. Yeah, okay, but also can you make the phrase ta tom ta tom? Every chord. Okay, I would take time here, but this I think has to feel down. Even I'm not saying that you have to play it fast, but we have to feel the desire to get to the downbeat and to the tonic. Yeah? So do whatever you want, just it's okay, be creative, but get down to business here. Yeah? Okay, alright, beautiful. I think here this is really, that should sound very improvisatory. So in a way, your left hand should be, has to have a line of its own. Whatever. I mean, what I'm saying is that maybe I'm exaggerating, but I don't think it has to be like this. Yeah. Why I'm saying that? It's not just that I just came up with this, because of, let's see, no, he put seventh here, and this is very intricate, this and there. So obviously I think what the message is here, that he wants it to sound free. That's why he writes all those things. Otherwise, he would just put pa 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 pa, right, as he did before. Okay. Yes. Okay. Can you be more pearly on top? It's like, you know, when there's a beautiful sunny day and the sun reflects in the water, and you get all those sparkles in the water, and it's not stable. It's always changing, but it's just so gorgeous. Yeah. But when you come down, make me remember. So you get on top, da ba 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 ba. You don't have to spell out every note. It should sound free and carefree. Yeah. As if you're not doing it, as if it's just happening to you. You're not even producing it. You're just experiencing it. Yeah. Yes, much better. Okay. Now, the difference in the rhythm here. Here we have a very smooth, very pa 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 pa. Now we have pa pam pa 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 pam pa pa. It's a different rhythm. It's of course it should not be angular or anything, but it should have a certain I don't know, certain definition. Yeah. This is very smooth. Yes, precisely. Beautiful. And even more gorgeous. Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. I think here you can really make us believe as if we're gonna stay in this forever. It's like we discovered this, and we don't want to leave this heaven of pedal, heaven of harmonies, and it's just so, it's almost intoxicating. It's like like drug addicts, they have to have it. Yeah, and they'll kill for it. When we discover this, we don't want to move from it. It's like you almost have to, this has to be almost hesitant, like, okay, it's like, I know I have to leave this, I have other things to do, but I want to stay here. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Yes. You can even take it in left hand. That it makes it even easier.
Okay.
I think no, you can do playing it fine. But I just think here it's I'm doing something illegal here. I don't start trill as this. I'm starting. To me, I'm thinking this is like one of those, how do you call it, in the water when you have a yeah, which is very dangerous. That can get you. They always say beware when you swim. So it's one of those yeah. So I think I'm the first of this. I'm repeating. You don't do it, but I'm just. This is what Giselle says is referred as my secrets. This is a secret. But then when this comes. Don't tell anybody. Okay. I'm not sure. This crescendo. I think I know you don't have really time to make this crescendo, but I still think it happens too soon. And actually, it does write it noted here. Wait a second. I thought I was imagining it. No, it is written noted. So I think when you get this first trill, this is like a first step. I don't know. To me, I almost want even mm, I don't know. This forte is also not quite real yet, I think. So, but you know, this is just for you to decide. Mhm. Okay, but what is real is this. That's now we have those actors. It's like now we have the slaves that are doing this. Before we were doing ourselves. You know, like you've seen some old movies or something like when they show the old, like in the old Roman and many people and they doing poor things. So now we have the employers here to do it for us. Mm-hmm. Okay. But don't be quite obvious on the downbeat. You know, we have to somehow get ourselves into recapitulation in a way that is the effect here is almost like we got there before we noticed it. Like oh, wait a second, this is a recap, but we have to realize it afterwards, not on the downbeat. Okay. Yes, precisely. Okay. But all of the all the phrases, all the design of the phrases that were present there, that they should be present here as well. It's on a different level. It's bigger, but it's still same material. So we still have to have this and coming down and all of this. Yeah. So try. Yeah, exactly. I would actually almost like assume that this forte belongs here because there is a crescendo, and here I would actually expand because here it's such a. I will take the time. So. So then there's also a feeling of space also, like, yeah. We have to, it's a little bit painful here. Here we have again this pleading, don't do it to me, and but bass. So all of this has to. This you play very well. The only thing that perhaps I would add a little bit, distinguishing between the bass and these guys. Don't make them the same. Yeah. I would even always have to be very bright. It's bright light, bright sun. I don't know, bright, almost to the point of almost blinding. You know, when you look at the sun, and your eyes become even a little bit. It's a little bit painful, even. You know. This kind of sound. It's slightly on edge. It's not just beautiful. It's a little bit. It's ecstatic, so it's on edge. It's not a nocturne. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. More sharp top, I would say. So yes. Yes, exactly. And bass. Okay. Yes. Okay. Having said all this, you still have to have a phrase and shape, yeah. So it's still the melody still has to get up and get down, yeah. So it has to fluctuate. It has to have a certain inflection, yeah. Good. Yes. Absolutely. Here you have to come down, and here the role of the bass is absolutely crucial, because the bass here is indicating that we are in a different, in hot waters, in different waters here. So that's yeah. Then we make another here, and then you again get up, yeah. When you have repeated notes, make sure that they don't sound the same. Like ta ta, it's only ta ta, yeah. Yes. This is absolutely essential, this bass, because you know we were in F sharp major, then we went to now. Those basses are. You know, they're also almost like there's such an ecstasy that it's almost like it's wearing you down. It's almost like devastating in a way. There's such a joy that is tiring. you know. Yeah. But phrase yeah, but of course every just I know it's very tempting, you know, when we have this climax, we want to just make sure that not everything is same loud, yeah. After all this, we get F sharp. So let us hear the F sharp. Okay. Here, this has to be this dialogue, the duo, you know. So. That doesn't interfere with it. Bass. coming to me again. Those, you know, it's like when you have a blood from your vein, it's very dark. This is blood from your vein. It's not from your finger. Yeah. And you're absolutely right. You can speed it up here a little bit, but it gets higher than I think. I get a little bit feeling of regret. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. You know, what is this sea animal, like octopus, or who is this? That they have this. They make this black. Yeah. What is octopus?
Yeah.
Octopus. You know. Squid.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know that they get this to I think to confuse the enemies or something.
Yeah.
They make this black. Splash of something, and then you don't see anything. Oh, this is your squid doing this here. So it has to be absolutely, and then as if, and then when it's all settled down, you realize that everything is gone. All of this is gone. It's nothing remained. Yeah, and there's this again this unsettling emptiness here after this splash of, I don't know, water or black ink or something, just, yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay, but for that, listen, this is almost Bartok. It's Chopin wrote this. So, I would have the bass and this, and that's slow. I cannot play it, sorry. And only the seagulls, no people here. Everybody is crushed here. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You can do it slower, and you know, I think what helps here is to listen to the left hand actually, and to know you know actually where the left hand comes. You know, so just switch your attention to the left hand. Let's assume that right hand will know what it's doing. Yes, precisely. Yes. Beautiful. Much bigger diminuendo here. So much more on top of, and then absolutely fading. Yeah. And then tempo, nor bottom. Yeah, okay, but we need to hear the feeling of the pulse. It's like there's nothing else but just the pulse. No melody, no voice, just the pulse. Okay, all right. I take my words back. A bit of this. Yeah. Yes. But every time. left hand, and also we have to have this. So somehow we have to have both. Yeah. And they have to help each other. They shouldn't interfere with each other. Yeah. So it's all about it's a balance. Yeah. Okay. I need to hear a yawn. Yeah. This is. It's okay. We don't need to hear it, but always we need to hear the curves. Yeah. When it goes up, then it goes down. This is what really our ear wants to hear. Yeah. Okay, I'm a little bit more stingy with the pedal here. Yeah, okay, the pedal should not hide the curves of the melody. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Yes. Okay, right. Okay, but keeping the pulse. Pum, 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 pum. I mean, you can make your bottom, but just make sure that we always get back to the beat. Ta-yam, pum, pum. Whatever happens, you know, in the beat, it's your business, but we have to get to there. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah, much better. More Mozart here. Yeah. Speak. Yes. 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 Yeah, okay. Can you just try? So, I would really start. So we would really hear this in the right hand, yeah? Okay, but I don't think we need every time ta 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 pa 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 pa. Okay, once in a while maybe you can do it, but not every time. Yeah? Yes, much better. Beautiful. Bigger crescendo. It has to. You have to really fall down, like on a roller coaster almost. I wouldn't slow down those. You know, you can take time in between, but it's not tam pa pam pa pam. You can take a bit of time here, but drive us to the beat. Yeah? Yes, I think so. So I mean, you know, more or less. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. Actually, yeah, the other thing is that here you can also voice it a little bit. So it also gives us a sense of space, yeah? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wow. That was a tour de force. Huh?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have time for?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I just have this to drink some
Yeah.
something?
What is the list?
Yeah. Okay.